Hi there, Rob here, and we're going to talk through the basics of drawing this bodice shape using the pen tool and the reflection method in Adobe Illustrator. So this is the shape we're going to end up with, although to draw it we only need to draw this highlighted section and then we reflect it across the centre front line, then join it together, it'll be connected up, we'll get our neckline and our bottom hemline, and then we'll have the whole shape. So to start off, get rid of those and we'll draw our own. Select the pen tool, and when you're using the pen tool, start off just by laying down basic anchor points just by clicking the pen tool, and they need to be in the place where the line, the path, changes direction. So I'm going to start with the point there on the neckline. The line will go along the shoulder and then to the top of the shoulder here. Click there because it's going to change direction. Eventually it will curve along this sleeve or the armhole there. However, I'm just going to draw a straight line just by clicking into the armpit there and then go down onto the hip, and that'll be my end point, and that'll be it. If I hold down the command key on the Mac or the control key on the PC, I'll get a temporary selection tool, click away, let go of the command key, and there's my basic bodice outline done. Well, it's quite a boring one at the moment, it's the wrong shape, but as I said before, you draw the basic points, straight lines, and then you go back and you can adjust the paths to make the right shape. So what we're going to do now is click and hold on the pen tool here to bring out its little brother, the anchor point tool, and this will allow you to adjust points and path segments to be able to reshape your garment shape easily. So if I just zoom in here, I need to make this armhole a nice curved shape, and I'll just do that just by clicking in the middle of the line and just dragging to the right, and it will automatically convert that line to a nice smooth armhole there just by clicking and dragging with the anchor point tool. It converts that line from a straight line to a nice smooth curve, and it also converts the points at either end from corner points into smooth curve points. Now that will do me for the time being. I'll just zoom out slightly. If I turn off my template layer, so I just get that basic shape, hold down the command key, click away, deselect. Now looks quite boring at the moment. We'll finish it off by turning back on our template, and I'm going to go and get my selection arrow, click on the basic outline to select it, and I'm going to use a tool called the reflect tool, and the reflect tool lives in the same place as the rotate tool, so you'll need to click and hold on the rotate tool if it's hidden the reflect tool underneath. And the reflect tool has this little crosshair pointer or cursor. If you hold down the Alt key on the keyboard, the one left or right of the spacebar, you'll get a few dots appear next to that crosshair, and with the Alt key held down, go over the center front guide and just click on the guide. That sets your reflection point, so that means that this side that you've selected reflect on the center front line to the other side. And in the reflection dialog box that pops up, you can choose to go with the vertical axis as the reflection axis or the horizontal one. We're going from left to right, so we want to use the vertical axis, and if we click on the preview checkbox here, that will just show us where the reflection is going to go. However, we don't OK, we copy, and that will make a copy of our original to the other side, perfectly reflected across the center front line. And now all I need to do is go and select my selection tool. To select more than one object, I can click away just to reset my selection and just drag across. When I drag with the selection tool, it will drag out this kind of marquee area. Anything that falls underneath the marquee area and can be selected will be selected. I've got both sides now selected. If I right click and go and join, it will do a join at the top. If I right click and bring up the join again, it will do the bottom. Everything's all set. Now I can go back and adjust my neckline by using the anchor point tool here, and just click and drag in the middle on the center front line. If I pull that down, just like I did with the armholes, I can do the same thing with the neckline and get a nice smooth curve. And by dragging right down the centre front line, it'll keep it nice and symmetrical there. And if I click away, so there's nothing selected, I go and hide my template layer, and there's my basic body shape all ready to go.